Okay, so the system we have here is a software stack essentially, or a system that enables collaboration on geospatial data. The idea is, say a disaster hits and you have a lot of volunteer groups, military and whatever it be, they're trying to basically collaborate on make better data so you can have better maps. After disaster, everybody needs to know the status of buildings, roads, etc. So the idea is you can have a laptop that acts as a server. We have a script that basically downloads, installs, and configures a virtual machine that has a GIS server, has a web portal, has a web editor client. We also have mobile applications that are also free and completely available online, free open source. And so these could be used for collecting data and editing data. One of the key pieces of technology that we've developed actually and we're using here is that it's a versioning system for geospatial data. There's this thing you might know of what Git is. We've developed something called GeoGit from scratch. Essentially, the idea is that it enables you to version all your geospatial feature, and that's actually what's needed to do all the syncing of the vector data. And you can actually come up and you can say, hey, this particular feature, it was taken from with that mobile device in the Dominican Republic. There was flooding, and I can click on it. Then I can ask, who's ever touched this feature? And you see these users made edits to it. You can double click and see, well, what did this user change? They had a modification. The color is yellow, and if I bring it up, it says, oh, this was the value used to be medium. They changed it to alto, the priority of something. And you can do conflict resolution, and you can actually revert changes. That's kind of the idea. What am I missing? Anything else? All right. And it's free, and please use it, and don't even let us know, but if you don't let us know, great. And we, generally speaking, make our money by if somebody wants to use it and they want any custom changes to it or modifications for improvement to help their processes, and that's the type of stuff we do. We're essentially a development house, and you can find all info about this at geoshape.org. One word, Geoshape. So we actually, can it integrate? Yes. The short answer is yes, depends on what else you do. Of course, this essentially does the type of stuff Esri does, but with zero licensing fee. So it's not that you wouldn't want to do it that way. If you have a system that's up, you can use a Pacific Disaster Center. They use Esri-based solutions, and they bring in data from our stuff and show it on their maps. And so we have different things can work that way for sure.
So we can bring in the layers from other servers. We support all the open geospatial standards. So this is using GeoServer, and that's one of the reference implementations for several standards, and it also supports all the other geospatial standards. So anything else that supports that can connect to this.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, this is right now deployed in Honduras and Dominican Republic, but also the Firefighters International Association of Firefighters, for example, it's looking to use it, and we're doing well with them building analytics in there. So the idea is that, yeah, if somebody wants some changes or certain type of things added to it, we're